Hey guys, I'm David Imel from VRSource.com,
And I'm Andrew Grush from VRSource.com.
and today we're looking at Quill, which is a new type of painting application for artists.
Yeah, basically, at first glance, it seemed a lot like Tilt Brush. I mean, for those who haven't used it for the HTC Vive, like even like the way it's set up is you can paint with your right hand, and then with the left it was that's correct, right? It was you had like a tool that you kind of like could choose your colors, and so it felt a lot like it at first, but then there's more to it than that because there's layers.
Yeah.
And so you can actually, basically the idea, like talking with them, the idea was they wanted to create a tool that had, as they put it, no opinion. Like with Tilt Brush, when you use it and you paint stuff, it kind of glitters and you could say, oh, that came from Tilt Brush. You know for sure where it came from. They didn't want any personality. They wanted it to be full control for the artist. And so that's basically the big difference here. And Oculus is really hoping to open this up to all sorts of like comic book artists and just creative types as a powerful tool. I think I said in several conversations like with you, it's kind of like Microsoft Paint versus Adobe Photoshop.
Right,
is the best comparison I can say.
Yeah, so what kind of made Quill different from a lot of different applications that we've seen here, like Andrew said, it has a lot of features that aren't present in a lot of different painting and sculpting applications. So just like in Tilt Brush, you can turn your hand and there are a lot of different options that show up. But like you said, it's not trying to force you to paint in a specific way. It's got a lot more features. The biggest thing that stood out to us though was the layers option. So just like in Photoshop, you have all these layers that you can produce different assets underneath each of them, and then you can grow them, you can shrink them, you can kind of blob them, change their scale. Pretty much everything you can do in Photoshop, but in a 3D space. And like Andrew said, they don't want to try to project a specific style onto you. So Oculus Studios actually worked with some other developers to try to kind of bring this out here, and is very evident in a lot of the showcase pieces that they were showing off. You can kind of take your own style and project it very well into the software, and so it isn't kind of built in the way that they want to make it, but rather how you want to put it.
Yeah, so they actually used a real artist to develop it. So and that was very evident too. Like they were talking about like the particular artist they used actually spent a lot of time sitting down, and so it's designed where you can sit and still do it or stand up, and so it gives it a lot of flexibility. Now, as far as they really haven't said if it's going to be available to everyone at this point.
Yeah,
I don't
they didn't
think.
really disclose that yet.
But you will definitely be seeing it in Dear Angelica, which is the next Oculus story that's going to be coming out. And we can expect to see those around Sundance in early 2017.
Make sure to stay tuned to VRSource.com, your source for all kinds of reality.